Mike Schmaltz here for GoXavier.com with Xavier head women's basketball coach Brian Neal. You have a 86-53 victory tonight over the Delaware State Lady Hornets. You moved to 5-0 on the season. You got a great night tonight from Amani Partlow in the post. 18 points, 11 rebounds, her first double-double. She was 9 of 12. They threw a 2-3 zone at you, and she was really able to break it down early from inside, which is kind of rare against a 2-3.
Well, that's exactly right. And it was many zones. They played a 3-2, 1-3-1, 2-3. They threw everything in the kitchen sink at us. And when somebody's committed to playing zone for the entire game, you better be committed to doing something besides just jacking up threes. And so I was really happy, especially in the first quarter or two, that our perimeter players were looking for Amani inside. She was doing a good job finding space and then turning and making good, strong moves. And when Amani makes strong power moves with 2 feet, she's almost unstoppable. When she gets away from that and gets a little loose, she misses some. But tonight she was really locked in tonight.
Nice confidence boost for her as well in her sophomore season.
Well, Amani is a total different player than a year ago, total different player. And, I mean, you can see just the way she runs the floor, the way she talks on defense and does some things. Now, she's not quite polished all the way yet, but she's night and day better, and we're only seeing the tip of the surface with her.
Marquea Turner came out a little bit slow for this ball game, but ends the night with 18 points on 5 of 9 for three-point range.
Well, she's just a great shooter, and I was really see her finally kind of took the load off of us because some of us were struggling shooting the ball a little bit there, and Kendall was struggling, Ray wasn't into a groove early, and so but she finally that weighs on your team, and she finally hit a couple, and it just kind of gets everybody going.
Did a nice job running the floor, coming off rebounds as well. 49 rebounds tonight to 28 for Delaware State.
Yeah, and we had good position for the most part, other than the third quarter, which is probably by far our worst quarter of the season so far. Other than that, we had pretty good position. We forced them to take the shots we want them to have, and then from there you can D-board and run, and that's what we did a pretty good job with. Shot
51% from the floor. That's got to feel good after a second half in which you didn't really produce a whole lot in the last game against Pine Bluff.
Well, it did, and we wanted to come out, and we had a 20-point lead or somewhere around there at halftime, and we wanted to come out and not just coast. And I thought we really got loose in the third quarter, but then out of nowhere we showed a spurt, started getting some stops, and the ball went in real fast there in that fourth quarter. So that always feels good.
Pollard for them came in averaging a double-double. You got 13 points for you tonight, but held her to 5 rebounds.
Well, we fouled her way too much. She is a really good player. She's really hard because she can up and under you. She can spin. They tried to ISO her at the elbow areas and drive her against our bigger kids. And if your other players don't have good position, that's what happened. And she got 13 free throws. There's way too many. But I just had that 22 fouls. That's got to be one of the highest we've ever had here in my 4 years.
So you come out tonight with 86 points. That's got to feel good for you moving into a very tough test. It'll be your strongest test of the season. That may be an understatement against the Michigan Wolverines coming up on Monday.
Well, absolutely. Michigan they're receiving votes. They have a great team, but we've got to score. This is the second time we broke 80. We cannot be a team that scores 55 or 60 points and be in the mix in the Big East like we want to be. So the fact that we're starting to score points is a good sign. Now we've got to keep getting better and improving in those areas. But the points are good. We need to score more.
Musketeers will need some points. We need it for analysis. Don't take the basket out of basketball. I always tell you that,
sometimes
right?
You should just stop talking sooner.
Absolutely. Musketeers tonight stay undefeated on the season and move to 5-0 with an 86-point victory, 86-53 victory over Delaware State. Yeah. Michigan coming up here on Monday. Join us at Cintas Center. Follow us all season long right here at GoXavier.com.